I'm Winston with Servpro. We have Larry with Habitat for Humanity, and today we want to talk about proper maintenance of the home.
Well, Winston, we're going to start out here first with the dishwasher, okay? And actually, as far as the service part of it, probably the main thing I think dishwasher is they think that they want the dishwasher to do impossible things. And one of the most impossible things is it's not to clean all the dishes off. You should rinse your dishes off on the garbage disposal side of your sink. The dishwasher, don't make it do more than it has to, because there is filters in there. There is places that it can clog up with food, and you don't want to get any more food in your dishwasher than you possibly have to. Other than that, the proper maintenance is just, it cleans itself basically after every cleaning, is using the proper product. And I think Winston, you're going to talk about the proper product.
Yeah, so Larry, let me get this straight. If we did have a clog in a, per se, dishwasher, who would be a company that could possibly take care of any of those?
Well, any company can, as far as a plumber probably can do it. Service Pro, I'm sure, does that.
You know, you can't put your dishes in here. Do not put Domino's or anything of that nature. No Milton Bradley games, anything like that. We do have a place to put these. Very convenient spot. It's kind of like a little dishwasher pocket. Close it up. Get your dishwasher done. I think, now Larry, is it, you don't put like cups and stuff on the bottom, to keep those on the top?
Put your cups on the top and plates and pots and pans in the bottom.
Certainly, okay. So, you know, this is actually a very nice dishwasher that Habitat for Humanity provides here. You know, it's kind of stored away up on the top here, very low profile. Larry, you want to kind of go over the features of this right here for us?
Well, dishwashers, as you will find, has all kinds of bells and whistles. And some bells and whistles I don't use in my house, you probably don't use in yours. But all the controls can be on different places and depending on the dishwasher itself. So they all won't be here on the door like this is, but it's pretty well, it tells you heavy wash, normal wash, just different types of washing you do. One thing I do recommend, on any product you get, when you get to your house, you'll have this. It will be a user's care guide. It'll be for every product that we have in the house.
This is basically your dishwasher Bible right here.
This one
King
here.
James.
And you'll have other Bibles here. Please read them. Take time to read them. This is the most important part of having your new home, is properly taking care of it. And the only way you can take care of it is reading the manufacturer's recommendations on how to take care of a product.
You could also contact your Habitat for Humanity, whether it be Evansville, Owensboro, Henderson, and I'm sure they could help guide you as well.
And Winston, there's also a lot of YouTube out there that will help you on different products and help you tell you what you can do.
There's a bunch of different ways that you can go.
Sure is.
Certainly.
Yes, all of your Habitat homes here in Henderson, we do give everybody a refrigerator. Your model may vary. You may get a side-by-side, you may not get a refrigerator, or you may get something similar to this. One of the things, it's just, many of you probably already use a refrigerator, but just one of the things to remember is to keep it clean. These shelves all are adjustable. They will come out of here and you can move them, so if you need to, if you've got milk and stuff like that, or something big, leftovers that you need to swap those. You've got your temperature controls up here, so you kind of want to keep those. It says recommended on here, number 3. That's typically where you want to keep your things at. Fruits and veggies, things like that down there. Again, these all come with your warranty paperwork. All the time these will be in your packets here, but make sure that you always send those in or do those online. Now Winston's going to go over, some of you may or may not have an ice maker. Again, so ours do come with ice makers, so tell them about that.
So what you can do in here, like Shedley was saying, we do have an ice maker. It makes cold pieces of frozen water that you can put in here. It does have the adjustment as well. If you reach back here, you can actually turn it on and off. So if you go for a drought and you just don't want ice for a while, just turn it off. One of the big things you also want to watch seriously on these is you do have an ice maker on the back with the water line. Many times if you're scooting this joker in and out, just adjusting it, sometimes it'll jar that loose. So you could have a water leak and not even know it.
Our Habitat homes all come with a microwave. above the stove microwave and a stove. So we're gonna tell them, start with the stove here, and tell them how that works. Now, some of your Habitat homes may or may not come with this type of microwave. They do come in different wattages, so you can always check that. Inside here, there's usually a label that'll tell you. So if you're cooking pizza pockets or pizza rolls or something like that, it tells you this time for 1,000 watt, this time for 15. And you want to check that out to cook it right. That's where you can look. It's got a handy dandy service light there. And we're going to tell you how to turn your blower on. So anytime you want to use your blower, anytime that you're cooking hot foods on the stove, you'll want to use your blower. The other thing is our vents under there. Can you tell them how to do that? How
You
to
do
make
have
it-
vents in this particular product. We have 2 vents on each side. They all come with a little screen-like filter, like this. You might read your book on what manufacturer warranty says, but I would recommend probably once a month, take them out, pop them in your dishwasher and let them wash. And then you can just let them dry out for a few minutes and put them back in. And they'll go back doing a great job on the microwave.
And for those of you that don't have a dishwasher with your home, you can always take these and put these in the sink, fill your sink up, put some hot soapy water in there and let them set, and then you'll just let them air dry before putting those back in. If you cook a lot, you'll want to do that at least once a month. If you don't cook a lot, then you don't have to do it quite as often. The other thing is the light bulb up here. A lot of you, if you ever have this burn out, you'll need to change it. There's 2 screws under here. Again, these will vary by different models. You can undo those 2 screws, make sure everything is turned off, and then you can take that light bulb out and go to your local hardware store and make sure that you get that same size bulb and replace that. And what else? You want to go to the stove next?
Stoves come in various types. This so happens to be a glass service top. It's easy to clean. They do have products that you should use on glass tops. You just don't use everyday scrubbing compound on them. If you don't have a glass top and you have an open type unit there, then you usually have pans underneath there, and you need to take them out, throw them in the microwave, wash them up, and not dishwasher, I'm sorry. And if you don't have a dishwasher, put them in the sink and then wash them up and put them back. Cleaning, sometimes you have different types. I don't think this is a self-cleaning oven, but there are self-cleaning ovens. And if they are, you can, do that. One thing I will say, if you have a stove, probably one of the dangers of a stove is this, and you find it quite often, and that's when you open up the door, let's say you got a 15, 20-pound turkey there, and you got it on there, you pull it out and put it on this door here, make sure your stove has an anti-kick plate in the back. And that is to prevent that turkey from sitting on that thing on your door and flipping your stove over. It happens numerous times, folks, so don't think it doesn't happen. But I would say on any of the product, once again, taking care of your product is very important. And probably the biggest thing is get your pamphlets out that your manufacturer send with you, and please read them. It's so important to do that, to make sure your product gives you a good service.
We give all of our homeowners a booklet that has all of their warranty papers in there. Every one of them will have something, a registration card, something similar to this. You can fill these out, or you can actually go online now and fill these out. So make sure that you do that so you know when your warranty ends. If it's got an extended warranty available, you'll be able to know that as well. So keep those all in a place, safe place.
What's going on? We got Larry, Winston, ServPro, Habitat. Want to talk about the garbage disposal today. So people dispose garbage in this thing, correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so this is the switch for it. So should we have water running while we put stuff down there or no?
Well, let me first talk about the switches, okay? There's multiple places you could have a switch on a garbage disposal. The most recommended is up here on where maybe you might have a receptacle or just a switch. Otherwise, you may open up down here where the garbage disposal is, and they may install a switch down here. Then you also have what's called an impact switch, and that means the switch is designed in the garbage disposal itself, and when you put the stuff in there, you will take your plug and push it down, and it'll automatically start your garbage disposal. So there is 3 different options on probably how you can switch on a garbage disposal. Before you start a garbage disposal, first thing you must do is start some running water. You gotta get running water running through your pipes so you don't end up clogging your pipes up. As far as anything other than that, there's not a lot of maintenance to a garbage disposal.
Now, Larry, things like, I don't know, celery, noodles, quickcrete, can we put those kind of things in the garbage disposal?
Winston, quickcrete is definitely a no-no,
Okay, okay.
I'd also recommend that you don't put pasta down in garbage disposal. As you all know, when pasta gets cold, it gets sticky and clammy. And that's what happens to getting in pipes, and also will clog up garbage disposal. The main thing not to put down in garbage disposal is celery. As we all know, when you chew celery off, it's stringy. And it's stringy, it will wrap around your chopper, and it'll clog your chopper up, it'll clog the whole system up. So the best place to put celery is in a wastebasket.
All right, 101, garbage disposal, guys, you heard it first.
We're in a very cramped area here in the utility room. Naturally, with the washer and dryer, furnace, and hot water heater, it's kind of cramped, but we're going to do the best we can here. Right now, we're going to talk about the furnace. There's a lot you need to know about the furnace inside here, other than the fact the one main thing is every furnace has a filter. And it's very important that you change that filter. Of course, that depends upon your area and how dusty it is, how well you clean your house. The filter does an amazing part about that, but still, if you don't keep your house clean outside, it will draw through the system and come through your cold air returns, which you will have, and it will go through a filter. Like I said, every furnace has a filter, and they're all come in different shapes, sizes, and places and what they're at. Normally they are on the cold air return side of your furnace, which that's this side right here. And in this case, being it is a crawl space, we have the ductwork underneath, so our cold air returns from the ceiling. So this is what we're talking here is your filter. Like I said, different places, different ways. This particular one here, you raise it up here. You have what's called a Pro Feet filter. The main thing, as you see on here, it says airflow. You can turn this over and be wrong. You want to make sure you put the airflow. And in this case, the airflow is coming down, so you want the air to pass through here, and you want it to filter through this filter before it goes back out into your house. And that'll keep down germs and things that might cause allergies in your house, which is a very important thing. We're going to talk about something that's in all houses and probably one of the most important part of your house, and that's your electrical service comes in your house. In this particular case, it's in a bedroom. It can be in multiple places in the house. It depends on which way the electric's coming into your house and where we have to place it. But there's not a lot to really talk about electrical panel, even though it's probably one of the most important parts of the house. And the main part about electrical panel is making sure you have your breakers. And that's, in this case, and I don't think we put fuses in anymore, but these are all breakers. They're all labeled what they're to. It's very important. Makes it easy for life for you to know what and where to go to service whatever you may be servicing. These are all breakers. Breakers are simply this. If you get a short in the house or something goes wrong, one of these breakers will flip off. You will normally have a light right here that will light up red. If you see the light red, you know that's where you lost your power out. You simply just take your breaker, you push it back, and then you put it back on, and it'll come back with your power for your service. You never worry about the 200 amp at the top. That's the main breaker. Folks, this here can be the most dangerous thing in your house, and it can make your day go very bad if you get too far. This is something I would recommend calling an electrician to do any service with. folks, even though you can't see me, we're here in the bedroom. All the bedrooms in the house have a fan and light combination. And as you see, we have chains here. One's for the light and one will be for the fan. Turn it off and on. What I do want to show you, all fans come with flow control, the way you want to make the fan operate. In the summertime, you want to make the fan pull the hot air up. In the wintertime, hot air goes up, you want to push your hot air back down. This switch right here controls that. Whichever way you switch at is the way you will make your airflow go, and you will do it in the procedure in which I told you. Hi guys, Larry again here at the house at Habitat. We're going to talk right now about your hot water tank. We so happen to use electric hot water heaters. Some places may use gas, it just depending upon what area you're in. One thing I want to talk about first is if you have a water leak. If you have a water leak in the crawl space or the basement, if you have a basement, if you have a water leak anywhere in the sink, kitchen or whatever, you have a main shutoff valve. And that's this valve right here. All right, now this valve's on. It's just a gate valve and it closes off, okay? That will supply water, which will come into your hot water tank and supply your house, okay? You can't turn off to the house with a valve here, okay? Now, one thing I will recommend, if you have your water heater turned off, or water turned off, your hot water heater, I should say, and it's going to be off for any length of time, you probably need to go in and turn your hot water heater off at your service panel, and we will get with that here in just a few minutes. The reason for is that someone in the house uses hot water out of your hot water heater and the water's turned off to it, you will lower the water in the tank, and what it can do, it can burn up the elements in it. So here again, if it's only off for a couple hours, it's no big deal. But I would turn the power off to the hot water heater if it's possible. You can do it here, but it's really not necessary. It's a little bit harder device to do. That is just electric service for the hot water heater. Otherwise, you do have what's called a drain pan. In our area, we have to have that. If the hot water heater happens to overflow with water, it will catch it and it will eliminate it to the outside of the house. And that's pretty well what there is said about a hot water heater.
Hey, it's Chadley again. I just wanted to go over a couple things. I know the guys mentioned about the GFI switch and the toilet and some things in here. But one thing, if you have kids, I have two, and one thing, when they get out here, it looks like they just got out of swimming pool. These floors that we put in our Habitat homes are actually the waterproof vinyl plank flooring. But the thing is, they are waterproof, so it's not going to come up like laminate flooring like they used to put in houses, but the floor underneath of it, the subfloors, are not waterproof. So always kind of, if your kids make a mess, try to kind of keep them where the water stays in the bathtub, and then dry up any puddles of water underneath. The same goes with the sink or your hot water heater, your washer, your dryer. If you see any water around the refrigerator, keep that cleaned up, because these floors, you don't want to run and rot the floors underneath of it. So get them to last longer. Definitely keep that water cleaned up.
Hi guys, how you doing? Winston, Larry. We're here to talk about the bathroom features here. Pretty simple right here, guys. If you have any issues with it, with your water not going down properly, a lot of times you can wiggle that. Many times you can take this off, just make sure that your flap is down. And also you can adjust the height on your toilet there if the water intake isn't good. If you do have a water leak, I recommend that you actually use the shut-off valve to shut that off. If you do have it overpowering any types of leaks, you can call a plumber, and if you have any issues with the bathroom as far as affecting your drywall, you can call a company such as Pro to come help you out.
Yeah, I just want to speak a few minutes about the vanity. Pretty well normal vanity. Only thing you do have water controls underneath. You have valves underneath for the hot water and the cold water. If you do attain a leak here and not the rest of the house, I would shut it off down there until you get a plumber to come and look at it and maybe service that for you. We also have light switches. In this case, we have 3 switches here. One's for the light above the vanity, one's for the light up in the fan, and the other switch is for the fan itself. I recommend that you run your fan while you're taking a shower. That is to get the humidity out of your bathroom and keep it from getting mold maybe up around the walls and stuff. So that's very important that you do that. The other thing I'm going to speak about is a GFI receptacle. That is called a ground fault interpreter. And what we mean by that is we have to have these that are in the bathroom. You will have some of these in the kitchen too. But what they're there for is safety, that if you have a short somewhere in something that you got plugged in, rather than causing maybe a fire, it will break out. You will find these in all bathrooms. They're a safety product. Women use curling irons. They use excessive amount of equipment that takes electric. And what we want to do is protect the homeowner from getting shocked, which can result in making your day go even worse. In this case here, this GFI, and most of them are the same way, is if you come in and you see that yellow light on, you have no electric in this receptacle. First thing you want to do is going to call an electrician. He's going to come out here and he's going to laugh and say, hey, it's a GFI receptacle. He's going to show you exactly what I'm going to show you. To be able to put that back to service, you just push this button here, and the light will go out. That tells you that the receptacle is back operative now. So rather than calling an electrician, spending $100, having him come out, it's best you just take care of this yourself.
How y'all doing? This is Nick with Habitat. We're here with the Honeywell Home System Programmable Thermostat. So this is standard in our Habitat houses here in Henderson. It's you can go anywhere from about 90 degrees to about 50 degrees. You probably won't go that high or that low ever, but yeah, it's programmable, so you can set it up to where it's going to be nice and cool at night. When you wake up in the morning, get in the shower, be nice and warm by the time you get out of the shower.
Your programmable thermostat as efficient as it can be. Either program your programmable thermostat, which you can find in your pamphlet that comes with your programmable thermostat, or try to stay within 5 degrees. If you're dropping it down at night, you don't want to drop it down to say 52 and then try to put it up to 71 during the day. That will kill your utility bill. If you have any questions, you can always call your local Habitat affiliate and they can either work with you, or your local utility company is always happy to teach you some energy saving tricks.
In this case, all houses have to have smoke detectors. It's a law. It's a federal law, national law. We have them in each one of the bedrooms, right inside the door. We have one in the common area here in the hallway. Now, these smoke detectors, and most are, there's probably still a few out there that are battery backup. They're also electric. So in case your electric goes down, you're sleeping, they still have power to them. If you start hearing a smoke detector beeping, it'll make a beeping sound, and it just are sporadic, that means your battery's going bad. If that's the case, please replace the battery. It's the most important thing for you and your family. If you want to test the smoke detector, most of them has a button right in the middle. You push that button, you heard that? That tells you that your smoke detector is working. If it's not working, then you need to probably have, if the battery doesn't service it, you need to call an electrician and get it taken care of. Please be safe.
We are going to show you about the washer and dryers. We here at Henderson Habitat, we give everyone that purchases a Habitat home with us a new washer and dryer appliance. So one thing about the washer and dryer, just like with any appliance that we've showed you previously, you do get your manual with all of these, so make sure you keep these in a secure spot. It does have, a lot of the times they will come with free little packets of your first set of washing detergents and bounce sheets. It also has some coupons in there and then some do's and don'ts as well. And then this is your owner's reference manual. A lot of people will put this up there. If you're not familiar with using this type of top load washer and dryer, definitely keep this because it's going to show you the best way to get your cleanest clothes. This is your typical dryer. You have your door here that opens. One thing, if you have kids or anything, teach them after every load, make sure they go in there and clean this. This is one thing that can definitely start a house fire. I actually had a sister that lost her entire house because of this being clogged up. So if it does ever get holes in it or anything like that, order a new one. You can get all that information from your parts information here in your manual. Order a new one. Do not try to fix this or anything like that, because the lint does get down in there and it will back up and catch fire. So if you do have kiddos, make sure they always do that. And remember, so if you have to keep yourself a note or whatever, definitely do that. That's the one big thing about a dryer. And Winston, you want to tell them about the washer?
Yeah, so what we have here, just, you know, this phenomenal dryer. We're going to phenomenal washer here. You got your different features here, hot, cold, all that good stuff. Back over here, we do have your hot and cold, and another feature that you want to make sure that you pay special attention to is the water hose that goes back there, as if disconnected or jumps back might cause some water issues. Inside, we have your bleach section where you put things of bleach in nature, and your softener liquid that makes soft fabric. That is all we have for the washer there.
As a new Habitat homeowner, you always want to make sure that you own a toolbox, just a very simple toolbox, so that you can help take care of things at your home on your own. So we have some things laid out here that would be in a simple toolbox. We actually bought this one from Walmart. You can get it pretty much any Walmart, any Lowe's. They'll have just a generic toolbox, and we will have a list that will be at the end of this segment of exactly what these items are if you want to build your own toolbox as well. Another thing that you always want to remember on My Habitat, which is something that is available to whatever affiliate you're working with, there is a maintenance booklet. And so that's something that your affiliate should be giving you. Here with Henderson Habitat, we give those out. Those are reminders, but a really good reminder in that reminder is to set phone reminders, to set quarterly, monthly, yearly things that you need to get done. When they pop up on your phone, as we know, we're all very attached to these things 24/7. It'll just help you remember, you know, what you need to clean out and what you need to do, because we know this is a lot of information at one time.
You know, you can never really accomplish things properly unless you have a plan, right? So it's good to have an emergency response plan, to know where your water shutoff is, to know who to contact if you have things like your crawl space or anything flooding out. I will say that ServPro of Henderson has a plan that we could get together for you that's 100% free. That way, if you ever do have any issues with your home, we can remediate and make sure that you don't have any issues, get those solved rapidly, so that it costs you less money.
I'm Shadley, and this is one of our new homeowners, or soon-to-be homeowners, Sasha. And I'm going to show her, this is the same floor plan she's going to be getting with her new home. I'm going to show you, we put the single hung windows in our Habitat homes. The Habitat you're with may do the double hung, or they may do a different type of window, but we're going to show you how to clean these. Right here, this is where you'll unlock your windows, and then this of course slides up and down, but you've got two tabs here, and you'll be able to actually fold this in. You'll want to hang on to it, but you can put your Windex and paper towels, and you'll be able to clean that window there, and then you'll be able to clean the inside, and then this just snaps back into place. So make sure you hear it click, and then you'll slide that back down and make sure that's locked. Now, as far as your top windows, you can clean that on the inside, but you'll have to, out here's the driveway, but you would have to go outside and do that top window. That's what I said. Single hung windows don't do the top, but the double hung, or if you've got a different one, this part may come out too. So just check and see what type of windows that you get. I became a homeowner when I was 22, built my first house, and there was a lot of things that I didn't know. So hopefully a lot of these things that we've done in these videos has helped you out and gave you some know-how now that you're going to become a new homeowner. One of the things that I look forward to every spring and every fall, because I love to do it, is pressure washing my house. My house is brick, but I've had houses that are siding. Part of mine is siding. This right here, this is great. But if you do not own a pressure washer, that is something that you may want to look at investing in. once you get in your home. But you can basically, you hook it up to the water hose and you can clean. You'll start from the top and you will clean all the way down. You can do the concrete down here, your sidewalks, your driveways. So that is something every fall or spring and fall you want to touch on that and get that done. Otherwise you'll have that ugly moldy green that will start to appear on your siding and your trim work. So just keep that in mind for spring and fall. And then we also want to mention about grass. Now that you're a homeowner, Habitat for Humanity is not a landlord. So this is going to be a new home, a mortgage for you. So one of the things that you'll want to look forward to purchasing, if you don't already have one, is a lawnmower and a weed eater. And blowers are nice too, depending on your area of your yard, how big your yard is. But that is something that you definitely want to do, is get a lawnmower, because in this particular house is in the city limits, so the city will come around and they will post a sign or fine you if you have your grass that's more than 10 inches tall. So you want to be a pretty home. You've got a new home. You're going to be proud of it and take care of it. This is something that you have to work hard for. You went through the sweat equity program and gotten this far, so definitely want to take care of it. So this is going to be your forever home, or even if it's not, your home, your family expands later and you outgrow this home eventually, you'll want to take care of it. That's going to give you the best resale value later down the road. We hope you love your Habitat home and stay here forever, but if you do, in order to do that, it's going to be better for your pocketbook and better for everybody if you take care of the home, your appliances and everything, because nothing is meant to last forever if it's not taken care of. So just keep that in mind.
We've stepped outside to talk about some very important things outside you all need to know about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is your outside, some people call it spigot, faucet, whichever. Most cases nowadays we put in what's called a frostless faucet. The reason we call them a frostless faucet because the water doesn't come all the way out to where you turn it off at. It shuts off back 8 inches behind where you see, which keeps your faucet from freezing up in the wintertime. Now, these work great, except if you have a hose. If you have a hose to your faucet and you have it hooked to your faucet down here and it's getting down to the freezing temperatures, it will freeze the faucet and will bust the faucet. Probably I would recommend somewhere in late October, depending on the area in which you live in, you need to disconnect your hose from your faucet. Most likely you won't be using your faucet during the winter time. If you do, you can. You can hook it back up and use it, but make sure you disconnect it. It will freeze up and bust. Then from there, we're going to go back here to the air handler. This is actually your air conditioner. In this case, it is a heat pump. There's really not a lot to do as far as you're concerned with your heat pump. The main thing is keeping any grass, weeds growing up around it. It needs to get fresh air all the time. And if you don't keep it cleared out, it can create a problem for you with your heating and cooling. And you don't want to do that. That calls for serviceman. I recommend at least once a year call your local heating and air people and have them take a service on your unit. We're here talking about something else that's probably important on the outside. And this is one of the biggest complaints in the 40 years of building I've probably had. We will build a house for people and they will go and take and go 5 years. They'll never have a problem with water around their foundation or water coming in their basement. And they will call me and be complaining, of course, naturally I would too, for water in the basement. We get there and we come to find out, well, we get up there and we find the gutters are completely full of leaves, debris, and not dispersing the water properly away from the foundation. When that happens, you need to keep your gutters cleaned out. It will leak into your basement or your crawl space. Neither place do you want a lot of water. It causes mold with humidity and it can cause a lot of health issues. It can also cause a lot of damage to your house. So please, please, at least once a year, if not twice a year, get a ladder or they have hoses that you can put wands on and clean your gutters out. But please clean your gutters out. Believe me, it will reserve a lot of headaches for you all.
A lot of our affiliates around here do the Ring program. Ring has graciously partnered with Habitat here, and they give all of our new Habitat homeowners a Ring system. You do get one, so we give that. That may be something that your affiliate does not do yet, so you want to check with them. Like I said, we're all different as far as what we do, but these are awesome. These are great things. We are very happy to have this partnership with Ring. But the ones that we get here will come with four different colors here, the templates on there. These rings, we don't actually install these for our homeowners. We leave that up to them because in order to use these, they have to be hardwired to your doorbell here, which there's just 2 wires, so it's a simple installation here. There's a packet in here as well that does tell you all about how to do this. But the one thing with these is you have to have internet. You have to have Wi-Fi to work these, and then you can either set up a monthly program. It's, I believe, $3 a month, but Habitat, for our homeowners, they actually will pay for this service for one of these rings. So just want to kind of show you what these look like. If you don't get one at your Habitat, or your home does not have one, or you do get one and you want another one, these can be attached on the front here if you've got a back doorbell. Ring also has additional accessories like the Ring cameras. We've got several homeowners that put those up. So they're great to have. That way you can see if you're not home, any deliveries. These have the 2-way radios or talk system intercom. So even if you're not home, it'll pop up on your phone. And if you've got a smartphone, and you can actually talk to the UPS guy, or you can see when your kids get home from school. So these are a great thing to have. So just want to kind of show you that. And if you don't get one again, this is definitely something, maybe even offer a discount on your insurance. So tell your insurance agent that you're going to have one of these installed.
Hey guys, it's Brittany Smith. I'm the Executive Director here at Habitat for Humanity. If you are watching this video and you are not a Habitat for Humanity of Henderson affiliate partner family, then you may need to speak to your affiliate about certain things that you've seen in the video. Your house may be set up differently, your water shutoff may be in a different spot, and some of the people that you've seen in this video may have different titles at your affiliate. So please reach out to your Family Services Coordinator if you have any questions on any video that you've watched.